Hello children, good morning. Welcome back to our second video. I hope you have understood our poem, The Vagabond, and I have explained the two paragraphs. So here what you understand is that the poet basically he wants to be a very free person and he doesn't want anybody to restrict him from going for traveling. He is a homeless person, carefree person. He doesn't like anybody's interference when he wants to go anywhere, right? And what does he love? He loves nature. He loves to be under the open sky, and he always wants to see the road where he can travel from one place to another. Okay. So let us now go to the third para. Let me read it for you. Children, please have pencil in your hand so that you can write down the meanings. Or let autumn fall on me, where afield I linger, silencing the bird on tree, biting the blue finger. White as meal the frosty field, warm the fireside haven. Not to autumn will I yield, not to winter even. Here what the poet is trying to tell us. The poet here, as you know, he is a wanderer. He doesn't want to be caught up anywhere, right? So here he says is, or let autumn fall on me. Now, we do not have so many seasons here. But if you go to North India or other parts of the world, some countries, there are majorly 4 seasons. We have spring, then summer, autumn, winter. Right. Spring is the beginning where all the plants they start growing, where the soil is fertile. After the autumn there is sunlight and we have all the new plants growing. Basically it is the time where life grows on earth. Okay, then after that is the summertime. Summertime it becomes a little more warmer. In spring it is nice cool season, it's not hot. It's light warm where the sun is shining but yet it is not hot. It's nice and cool. You don't need to wear sweaters. Probably if it is cool then you need to wear one sweater, but it's a very beautiful time of life where we are not like frustrated with the rain. We don't feel sick with the heat. There is no rain, but the climate is so beautiful. Okay. After that comes summer. Summer is where it starts becoming hot. Then is, in India we have monsoons. Some countries they don't experience monsoons. After spring is summer and after summer is autumn. Winter. Autumn. After summer is autumn. Now here what the poet is trying to tell us, that let the autumn fall on me. So he says that I don't have any problem if it is autumn, where the weather will become very cold. I don't have a problem. Where I feel I linger means he says that nothing can stop me. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to pause my journey for nobody. It is okay if it is cold, it is winter, but I will continue my journey. I will continue my wandering, my traveling. Nobody can stop me. So here linger means to stop, to pause, to stop. Okay, linger, to pause, to stop. So basically the poet is saying that even if it is autumn, it is cold. I know, he says, but I will not stop my traveling for anybody. I will keep moving on and off. Because in autumn there is snowfall. It is not like it's just a little bit of cold or anything. It's cold. It's getting cold. It will be snowfall. Okay. And after that will come winter, where completely the trees shed off their leaves and it's all barren. You see, sometimes when we see these pictures of the snowfall and all of this Christmas and all, especially We don't see the trees nice and green. The trees are all barren, they're empty. Because December, January is winter, where there is a lot of snowfall. There is so much of snow in front of the house. These people, every time they clear, they take these things and they clear, they call the there are people who come with trucks, they just clear off the roads and everything, because the road is full of snow, that traveling becomes very difficult. The vehicles cannot move around, they are jacked in places because of the snow. So there are people who just come and they just, like how they remove this weeds and all with this big truck and all, like that. There are employed people who come and they clean the roads every day morning. They come with their vehicle and they clean the roads. And clean in the sense, it's not garbage or anything, but it is just snow. They just remove the snow and they put it on the sides. They empty the roads because the traffic needs to move around. People need to go around with their cars and bikes and whatever. Bike to people will not use because it's unpredictable. It will snow, it will rain kind of a thing. So people will not use bikes. Basically, abroad people most of the time they use cars because the weather is unpredictable. They will not just use bikes. Most of the time, if you go to US, Britain, all these abroad countries, people here, we normally go buy a car if we don't have a big money, but there car is not a luxury, it's a necessity. People don't go in for cars because earlier we used to go for car, like okay, rich people, we have a car, but abroad it is not like that. Car is a necessity, it is not a luxury at all. People, they buy car because weather is so unpredictable that there can be rain showers anytime, and if even if it is more colder also, it can have a snowfall. So if you are jacked somewhere, at least you can sit inside your car, right? Or it's rainy, you cannot just stand under a tree and okay, you can say okay, I'll wait under this tree and okay, the 10 minutes to 20 minutes the rain will pass off and I will sit on my bike, will go. No, people have to have a car because the weather is so unpredictable. And now in these times where the deforestation is taking place, we are having so much of pollution, the ozone layer is also getting affected. It rains any time of the year. Usually the rains are only in India, especially the Asian climate, it rains from June until August, September. We don't see rains in January or December because rains during December and January is bad, right? Especially in India, climate like India and Asia, where we have lots of farmers, there is crop cultivation, right? We have monsoon cultivations as well as winter cultivations also, whereas the crop which are being grown, if it rains in season like this, the farmers who have grown their crop, that crop will completely be destroyed with the rain. It will spoil the crop and it will be a very bad situation for the farmers where they will end up in a complete loss, money, energy, their hard work, everything, because the crop will completely get spoiled, right? But abroad, there we have there also, if it rains like this, unseasonal rain, it could affect the crop very badly, right? So it is not a very good sign because so much deforestation is going on, because the tree is holding a very important role in the stabilization of the climate. But if suddenly so many acres of land are deforested, right, so many trees are cut down, what will happen? It will definitely affect the climate. Some places there is a proper stability of rain, there will be no rain, the climate is becoming very hot, no proper water received, it's unseasonal rain which is affecting the crop. That is a bad sign, right? So this is all happening because of the deforestation, right? Unseasonal climate. The climate is becoming so unpredictable all over the world. So here the poet is trying to tell that nothing can stop him. And then he says he will not stop or he will not pause for anything. Now, going further, the poet says, silencing the bird on tree. Now, if we have a good climate, you will see birds around, right? But when it's becoming cold, autumn, winter, the birds which are surviving in normal summer, spring climate, they will migrate to another place. Those birds who cannot bear so much cold, or who are not used to this cold climate, every bird will, or the flocks of bird will, you know about it, right? The flocks of birds will migrate to a warmer region. So then what happens is, there are no birds because it's full of snow, the trees are barren, there are no leaves. So silencing the bird on tree means there are no birds. There is no sound of the bird. The birds are all hiding, or probably they have migrated. So the poet is not able to see any bird. The birds are all gone away or silenced because of the climate. Biting the blue finger. Now, it is like a metaphor. Here the poet is comparing, saying that biting the blue finger means what? He's saying that it is so cold that, even if you bite a finger, it will, like, it will turn to ice. It will become blue, it will not remain warm like this. It will become very, very cold, right? So blue means cold. It will be so much cold that your finger will not bleed. If you bite it, it will not bleed because it's so cold that automatically the blood will turn like ice, right? So he says that blue finger means, indirectly the poet is saying that it is blue finger. Now, white as meal, the frosty field. So here the poet is trying to say that when it snows, right, so everything will turn white. So he's saying white as meal. So he's doing it, using it like a simile. He's saying white as meal. When we eat food like rice or bread or something, it is white, right? So here, white as meal means it's completely covered with snow. The frosty field means everything is covered with snow. Everything is like white, wherever you see, right? Because it is consistently snowing. Warm the fireside haven. Haven means shelter. Haven means shelter. Warm the fireside haven means, the poet is saying, like, still when the poet is now traveling, and probably there must be some people also like this only who are wandering, so they might have made some fire. So anytime if it is cold, anybody, if we are traveling also, we will try to create some fire and warm up, right? So he is saying that he can find that warmth by the fireside, which is created to get some heat. He can feel that warmth from the fireside, and he loves that kind of a climate. That fireside which is giving, which is helping him like a shelter. He's finding warmth in that fireside, which is like he can feel it like a shelter. So he's loving that kind of a climate. Not to autumn will I yield means he's saying, since it is autumn, that not that I will stop here, I'm going to go on. Will I yield means to surrender. He said, I will not surrender to the climate just because it is snowing and the climate is bad. That doesn't mean I'm going to surrender, I'm going to stop here, right? I'm going to go on. I love this climate. It's like a shelter to me. I can even feel that warmth in this cold climate. All I need is the sky above me and the road to go forward, right? So this is what the poem is saying is, not to autumn will I yield, not to winter even. So he says, so winter will come after autumn, right? After the autumn finishes will come the winter. So winter is even more colder. It drops down to 0, -1, -2, -3. So he says, I'm not going to surrender. Since it is autumn, don't expect me that I will say, oh my God, I will make one place and I will halt here, and after the autumn and winter finishes, I will start traveling. No, my friend, he says, even if it is autumn, even if it is winter, I will go on and on. I am not going to surrender to the climate. I love to travel and I am going to keep on traveling. It doesn't matter to me whether it is summer, it is winter, it's rain. That is what the poet is trying to tell us. And then the last para. Last para is the same as the second stanza. Right. Here the poet says, let the blow fall soon or late. Let what will be o'er me. Give the face of earth around and the road before me. Wealth I ask not, hope nor love, nor a friend to know me. All I ask, the heaven above and the road before me. So here the poet is trying to tell us, as I explained to you previously about the second paragraph, all he is asking is he don't need a friend to know him, he don't need a family, he don't need somebody to love me, to console me, to console him, to love him. No, he doesn't expect anything. He just wants to be free, he wants to be a carefree person. He doesn't want anybody to hold him. He enjoys being homeless, and he loves traveling. He doesn't want his traveling to stop. He wants to be an unlimited traveler. That is what I can say. Right. He doesn't want to have a fixed place. He doesn't want anybody. All he needs is sky above and earth underneath, that he can lie down and he can have the road before him, that he can start traveling. And he doesn't mind if any calamities come or if he dies anywhere. He says all this has to happen and it will happen. Any calamities want to come, we cannot stop it. It will come and it has to come, it will come. It is all power of nature, right? It's power of God. So he doesn't want to go against the power of nature. He says, I don't mind if I die tomorrow, I don't mind. I have to die one day, I will die anyhow. If there is any calamities to come, he says, we cannot stop it. It has to come, it will come. So why get worried about it? Live free, be happy. That is what all the poet is saying. So I hope you have all understood the poem. And let's go with the third question. What does the poet say about the climate? Would the climate be able to stop his traveling? Right? What is the word he uses that the autumn wouldn't be able to stop him? So you give me that word while he says the autumn wouldn't be able to stop him, or he wouldn't stop with the season. Okay children, so please read this poem and answer the questions and send it to me. And please read this poem. Please write down all the meanings. After you listen to the explanation, read the poem 2 times. Please write down all the explanation, all the meanings. Right? Because when you read and you don't understand immediately, when the meanings are there, it becomes very easy to understand. But if you don't write the meanings, then when you just read, oh my God, what does it mean? What will I write for exam? I don't understand the meaning. And then you call me. Yes, we don't understand. So this situation should not occur again and again. You have to see the poem. Instantly you take down your pencil, you write. Even when the teacher is explaining the lesson, you keep a pencil always with your hand. Keep writing the meanings, difficulties. You just jot it down. So whenever you are reading, instantly you will see the meaning there and you will feel it is easy. Right children? Okay. Thank you.